Hey, what's up guys, it's Josh. Welcome back to another episode of Spider-Man PS4. Last time on episode 1, which was supposed to be a bit longer than it was because some technical issues happened and I had to stop my gameplay a little early. And, yeah, we had some technical issues in the prequel. In episode 1, we finally got down to the combat. We were able to defeat most of Wilson Fisk's goons. And now we're about ready to start the next phase of this level, this tutorial level, essentially. So, yeah. Once we finish the tutorial level, we'll be free. We'll be able to do the missions, unlock the suits, do all of that, basically. And, of course, do whatever a spider can. Friggin' great spider pun right there. Spider-Man pun, I guess. Yeah, let's go back. Last time, this basically happened.
You do know I can still see you, right?
8 years of this insolence.
8 years? I thought he said 80 years. Jeez. I mean, basically.
You shouldn't have.
Oh, he loves him so much. So yeah, it basically just wants us to do that.
What's wrong, Willie? You seem angry.
I will destroy you!
Keep your best shot. Keep it open.
You're out of your depth, boy!
Not this time.
Alright, so basically, yeah, that's all they want you to do in that part of the battle. They just
Everything that's wrong with this city!
Huh. I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, man! Surround him! Bad day! You fools! Trained to fight, so fight!
So, our buddy Fisky over there is gonna act like our first brute enemy that we've had to take care
I
of.
don't want excuses! What do I pay you for? I bandage! Charge him down! No! I can handle myself! Where are the reinforcements?
I don't know, boss.
So, I'm really bad at this, so pardon me. If you are a pro gamer and you can do something like this, Dang. Okay, well that's the first death of the series. That is the first death of the series for sure.
Engage.
Alright, we got some quick time events, no big deal. Sorry for not commentating as much. It's just hard to commentate when you've got a game like this on your hands. You know, it's super hard to beat if you don't know when to press the buttons correctly and stuff, and yeah.
So, you kiss now?
Spider-Man, I hope you're not serious about that question. Okay, that's a bit weird that that even exists, to be honest. Okay. Well, we finally passed the tutorial level, and that leaves us with some time to Spidey up. Of course, we gotta watch Wilson Fisk.
Finally off to Rikers, huh? You know, I think you've got more enemies in there than I do.
If you think this will be more than a minor inconvenience.
Well, gotta go. Hey, good luck, Willie. I have a feeling you're gonna need it.
Idiots!
Dang
I
it.
want to cut order in this city. 1 month! In 1 month you wish you had me back!
Huh, and
Kingpin is heading to prison. End of an era. I feel like I should celebrate. Maybe take a vacation.
Huh. Wow. So, we leveled up. Got a 10 health increase. Got a brand new skill point. We can access the skill tree now. And what, so basically we have different, we're gonna start with this. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything that we can do at this point. Besides, look at our missions. We have to go to his other job. Or his other job.
Parker, where are you? The committee will be here soon. Need to run an improvement check.
I'm almost there. Blocks away.
Guess I'll just do it myself.
No, don't. It's not safe. Gotta love Doc's enthusiasm, but sometimes it gets him into trouble. Better get there before he hurts himself.
This is not a time bit, but I would just love to say this game is really fun, like really, really fun. It is one of the funnest games I've ever played. Like, legit has the most fun just dialogue and everything that I've ever had in a video game. I've ever had to do in a video game. It's just the funnest video game I've ever played. To me, really. It's like, it's all kinds of crazy fun. It's that good. And as you can see with most video games I play, I'm also very bad at this. Also, Spider-Man doesn't just walks through there.
I'm sorry I'm late. Started without me.
The Grant Committee's director will be here soon. It's fine, Parker. I invented this equipment. I think I can handle it.
Power deck. Oh, man. Maybe we should abort.
Not yet.
Hold on! Dr. Octavius, are you okay?
Another setback. But we're close.
Is anyone hurt?
No, it was all my fault.
The energy levels exceeded our expectations. From a certain viewpoint, it's a very positive development.
It doesn't smell very positive.
I assure you, in the next phase.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Is there somewhere else we can discuss this?
Maybe you should take the rest of the day off, Peter. But we'll talk later.
Well, that escalated
Disaster.
quickly.
How could the dampener have failed? I know Doc said take the day off. You're in bad shape, little guy. Let's see what's wrong with you. Circuit burned out. Damn it. If I had been here to do the pre-check, I would have caught this.
So basically, it's telling you how to do the job. It's telling you how to feel like Peter Parker and do the math thing and do it all right. And it's basically just the easiest puzzle in the universe because seriously, only idiots could fail this. Then again, I had a little brother who failed my Mario Maker course titled A Level for Stupid Dumb Babies.
Reroute servo control. Nice. Okay, what next? Now rebalance the voltage.
So basically, it's explaining that like there are different types of voltage and stuff, and that's important for some reason.
Finished. Let's see if that worked. It is new. Doc's been testing new materials for the prosthetics. He asked me to review his work if I had time. May as well dig in now.
Now we can do one of two things right now.
We're trying to improve the prosthetics hardware. I should review what Doc's been developing and double check his work.
Now, obviously, these are some things you can do on your own time.
How many gas fires have we seen now on Earth? 3, 4?
That's how you know we're progressing. Out of the ashes of this great science.
I don't think Dr. Octavius' optimism has ever been shaken.
You know, just can't do it. We saw that reaction.
Looking around here for some kind of tape.
That reaction cascade was pretty awesome. I think we've got samples of every type of prosthetic in existence.
Today's the day. Grant review. We're ready. The work has progressed at a remarkable pace. I honestly never thought we'd get the tensile actuator back to an acceptable tolerance. But Parker, the boy has an eye for gorilla science like none other. Just as I was ready to order a custom machine replacement part, he returned from the hardware store with a bottle of solvent and a toothbrush. Bang! Actuator problem resolved. The boy is
My group is
a
short, so
genius.
it's just gonna...
A chronically late genius. It's already 10 after. Where is he? Surely he couldn't have forgotten today's review.
Sorry I let you down, Doc.
Alright, so let's look for some more tapes. Okay, I think that's it. What's this now?
Peter, thank you again for doing these blind reviews. Peer review is the backbone of great science. You know, as we prep for the upcoming fitting, I felt an itch in the back of my brain. Is this really the best method of limb replacement? Silly, I know, but I keep thinking, might there be another way?
Alright, so now we're gonna review.
Doc was testing a new contact material for the prosthetic.
Alright. So basically now they're introducing us to like this match the dot basically kind of thing. It's really easy. It's not that hard to do, honestly.
Hydrogel polymer composite. Strong, but there's a lot of impedance. Better tell Doc to keep looking for other materials.
So yeah.
I should get out of here before I screw things up for Doc even more.
So now that we're done with the lab, with everything we can do in the lab, as of right now, it's always just a good idea to run around and take a look at things before you go and do them, because, like, you might forget to do something before the last chance you have to do them. And you really don't want that, do you?
it's Yuri.
Fisk make it to Rikers yet?
Not Rikers. Our boy qualifies for the VIP treatment. He's in the raft.
Ah, joining Scorpion, Electro, and the rest. Fisk should be honored. It's a steam company.
Can you swing by the precinct? Got an issue that could benefit from your unique skill set.
For you, Yuri? Anything. I'm on my way.
So, people have been asking if Yuri is basically just the new Mary Jane when they pick up this game.
Huh. Looks like Jameson's got a new episode out. Wonder what my #1 fan thinks about the Fisk takedown.
This is Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, where listeners like you discuss the issues affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize-winning two-time Pulitzer Prize-winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle, Blood the Book. And as always, if you order Mr. Jameson's books, Spider-Man, Threat, or Menace, within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy at no extra charge.
No personalizations, don't ask, no dynamic. Welcome to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, alerting you to the threats you don't even know about. Let's dive right into the calls. Speak.
Okay, so not for nothing. You gotta give Spider-Man respect for taking down the Wilson Fisk, right? I mean, one less pop box for everyone.
Is that right? Tell me, are you a police officer? Prosecutor? Maybe an award-winning reporter with decades on the job like me?
No, I'm a plumber.
Oh, good. And fix my toilet and shut up! Let me explain something to you about crime. As soon as one goes down every hunt with a gun, a tracksuit, and a drawer full of gold chains, decide he's the next godfather. We're gonna have a gang war on the streets, but does that whip-headed moron give a damn? Of course not. It got on TV. That's what counts.
Yeah, well, I can get compromised without paying kickback. So until that gang war starts, I'm on the way back.
And you'll be singing a different tune when 3 new mobs are lining up to charge you triple for that same.
Well, that was #1, Triple J. Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson might just be my favorite thing.
Come up here.
Then I need a break from their crap.
Fair enough. So, why'd you call? Need a date to the policeman's ball?
You got a black and white suit? No ball was here anyway. We spent too much integrating Oscorp surveillance tech.
Worth it though, right?
It was. Till an hour ago. System went down. Citywide. Every tower.
How?
They tell me someone sabotaged the central server, and now all the towers are offline.
Inside job?
Maybe. We'll figure it out later. Right now we need to get the towers back up. Fast.
And you called me? Aw, that's sweet.
I've called someone I could trust. Plus, the signals are scrambled and we have no idea how to fix it.
Ooh. I love a challenge.
You break it, you buy it.
I thought you trusted me.
Alright, well, it's forcing us to go to this tower.
Input bands have been shifted. Subtle.
If you keep that one away from the solving point, like one tick before the solving point, you can actually hear real police stuff
Just had a tower come back
being
online.
said.
Was that you?
Not just a pretty mask, huh?
Whatever you did, any chance you could do it to the other towers?
Sure, but just so you know, I had to sync up with the tower to fix it. I'm seeing all crime data in the area now. Looks like there's a break-in happening near me.
Great. I've got units nearby.
Don't bother. I'm on it.
Do it.
So we have the web headed.
Pretty sure these guys didn't forget their keys.
So, enemies. Let's talk about enemies. So we got different kinds of enemies I never really got to discuss in the first episode. So we're gonna do it here. Enemies. There are different kinds. There are normal enemies. There are just goons. There are armed goons. There are types of armed goons. This is just categories I put them into. So they're just normal goons. They only use their fists to attack you. You have melee combat dudes who have melee weapons, such as this guy who's got a crowbar. You know what? I'll just let the game explain it, because by now you've probably been able to read it. But it says, enemies with melee weapons block most attacks, but are vulnerable to air launches, webs, and lots of throwables. So we perform an air launch. We go smack this guy straight in the face. We go smack this guy in the air. Smack another guy in the air. Do that. Do that little number. Yeah, this is pretty easy. It's not that hard. The combat is honestly pretty easy.
Okay, wrapped up.
Thanks for that. Now I'm seeing an assault near you.
You're in luck, Yuri. Your favorite tough but lovable grizzled seen too much detective is attacked.
What? No. You promised you wouldn't do that any...
Spider cop.
Please, no.
So you're the snitch.
Back off, creep.
Yep, she's the one.
I said back off. Leave me alone.
Keep it quiet, Nick.
Don't touch me.
Get away from her.
Wait a minute.
So this is a brute enemy right here. I guess I'll use this time to explain enemies. So, normal enemies, they only use their fists and that's it. They're kind of stupid. Then there are armed enemies that can either wield pistols, rifles, or rocket launchers. Then there are melee enemies who can wield a melee weapon in order to block normal attacks. You have to use air launches and stuff in order to beat them. And then you have brutes. Brutes right here. They are vulnerable to webs and throwables. You can't air launch them that easily. And of course all these enemies go down when you use your focus bar in order to attack. So yeah, that's kind of how these guys work. We actually got our first taste of a brute enemy though with So we got our first real confrontation-ish crime, I guess. You have the melee weapon guy here. You see I have to air launch him in order to do this. So these guys, they work a lot like Wilson Fisk did in his boss battle. Of course, I can just web him to the floor like that.
Walk away now, or she's dead.
Let me go.
So we have to save the hostage. It's a quick time event. And that's it. We get 5 experience from that.
I knew Jameson was wrong about you. You're a little weird, but you got a good heart.
Have you got somewhere to go?
I can take care of myself.
I'm sure you can, but just in case, there's a place called the Feast Center.
Seen it. I don't want charity.
We got the best wheat cakes in the city, hands down.
Mom used to make those. Haven't had any in a long time. I'll check it out. Thanks, Spider Guy.
It's Spider-Man. No. Should be able to spot the next tower from up there.
Yep. So now it's teaching us about wall run. you know, this late into the gameplay, and you're gonna teach us about the
From his
wall
elevated
run.
position, Spider Cop spies his destination. A second surveillance tower.
Are you narrating yourself?
What? No! Of course not! The chief never did understand Spider Cop. Thought he was a loose cannon.
Already regretting this.
Spider Cop.
I can modify these towers to track more than just crimes.
So they give you 50 experience each time you do one of these. It's pretty good, pretty worth your while. I'd say do it at the beginning of the game, otherwise, you know, you're probably going to be stuck.
Score. Towers are picking up all kinds of RFID signals now, including one nearby. What's that? Oh, wow. One of my old backpacks from high school. Forgot I attached tracking dots to these. Wonder how many of these are scattered around the city.
So, backpack tokens. Let's talk about these. Backpack tokens are a collectible that you can get that will allow you to purchase, well, they're helpful later down the line, so collect as many as you can when you see them. I will just say that.
Still there? Got a robbery a few blocks away.
Spider Cop's on it. Part man, part spider, all cop.
Open the safe. Do it.
Hey, fellas.
Go! Spider-Man! Shoot it!
More of them? Guys, if you worked this hard at a legit job, you wouldn't need to be criminals. All right, Yuri. I'm gonna repair the last Chinatown tower now.
Don't you mean Spider Cop's gonna repair it?
Been doing a little thinking, Yuri. Policing's a young man's game. Spider Cop, well, he's no spring chicken.
Please be going where I think you're going.
As of today, Spider Cop is officially retired.
Oh, thank God. I need a drink.
We'll all drink tonight, Yuri. Drink to the memory of Spider Cop's tireless... Yuri? Yuri, you there? Guess the emotion of the moment overwhelmed her.
So we're just doing a little thing that somebody told us to do. Not a big deal to me, not a big deal at all. we're just keeping the peace around here. And by doing so, we level up to level 3. We increase our melee damage by 10%. And that's about it, I'm guessing.
Not good. Can't have people taking pictures of my 3 chest hairs. Tools I need for suit repair at the lab. I wonder if Dr. Octavius is left for the day.
So we can do 2 things right now. We can start collecting these backpacks because they're actually really important later down the line. Because you get a free suit for collecting these.
I'm so sorry I screwed things up.
Not at all, Peter. They're just nervous in the face of imminent triumph. They'll call town. They always do.
Should I head back to the lab for cleanup?
No. I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow. We'll resume tomorrow. Short break, then back to creating the future.
Wish I could bottle and sell that man's optimism. Sounds like he's left the lab for the day. Good time to work on my suit in private.
So, while I'm doing these things, you can see that, I'm just, like, kind of spending my time doing this. Now, I apologize for this episode being a little long. I just really did not want to miss out on anything. So, next time we'll be resuming the story. And hopefully we'll be hearing what Spider-Man, or, well, hopefully we'll get to see Spider-Man back in action in the next episode. But first, I need to stop whatever the heck this crime is, because it's bad, and it doesn't need to be happening.
We reserve the right to refuse service and knock out any criminals. Says so right on the sign. Gotta be a special kind of crazy to rob a storefront in the city spike.
So yeah, next time on Spider-Man PS4, we will be heading out to go to Otto Octavius's lab and finally make a new, well, fix our suit, I'm guessing. But first, see you on, remember, follow me on Twitter at Subrick20, and then we're gonna, and if we can get this video to 30 likes, just for as much minutes as we have on this video, I'm guessing would be a great idea. Anyway, see you all next time. Goodbye!